What's going on, guys? Alan here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to be replacing the middle light on the Raptor grill. Haven't done a video on this grill specifically because I installed this a month before I actually started YouTube. So some people ask me about it, where'd you get it, how was the install? Well, I can take you through that a little bit, but right now I'm gonna focus on replacing that LED. Here we go. So the Raptor grill, there's a ton of them out there, eBay, Amazon. I mean, price ranges from $85 all the way up to, I don't know, hundreds of dollars, Me personally, this one is an eBay for, I think it was 92, something like that, $92. Haven't had one problem with it. It's good quality. As far as the plastic goes and everything, the LED lights are good. And then I took my Lariat grill and I sold it to somebody with an XLT for a lot more than I paid for this, so it kind of worked out in the long run. But eventually will I replace it? I don't know. But let's check this light out. So you have 3 LED lights on this grill, and my middle one is burnt out. It actually is unplugged because there's about 4 little LEDs in there, if you can tell, but you can't through the camera. But 2 of them stopped working, so I just reached down here, and the plug is back here. I just unplugged it. You got a plug for each. Now when you need to replace these, go on Amazon, and I think I paid $16 for this guy, and you get 3 of them. You get new screws and everything, but I'm only going to replace the one, and when the next ones go out, then I got 2 more, So I read the reviews. Everybody said they matched the grill perfectly, the other lights, so nothing to worry about. First thing we got to do is pull these pins so I can get behind here. Get behind this dust shield here. Alright, I'll show you guys this real quick. So after you get the dust cover off, you got 4 more push tabs here. That allows a little bit of play here, but you still can't get in there. So you have a bolt on the 4 corners on this aftermarket grill, well, mine anyway. So one at the top here, take out, and then on the other side, this one here as well. And this is what I'm doing. Mine's a 14 millimeter, so I got a 14 millimeter on a 3/8 drive, swivel, extension, ratchet, and then I'm able to get in there and get that out of there. Alright guys, now that them 2 top bolts are gone, I can pull this grill out just enough to get a stubby screwdriver in there and get that light out. So it's still too tight for my stubby, and there's no such thing as having too many tools. Check this little guy out. It's a 1/4 inch ratchet, and you can put bits in it, and it works perfect for stuff like this. Hardly ever have to use it. But look at that. Bam. Gets right in there. Alright, out with the old, in with the new. Alright, got it in there. Before I put everything back together, we're going to test it out. Look at that. Perfect. Matches perfect and everything, and now I have 2 spares. That was the hard part. Now I got to put everything back together and try and get the bolts back in there. That's fun, right? We all know that. Alright, so I just got the 2 bolts, one on each side, back in, and it's time to start putting in all the push tabs. Got one on this side here, and then the 4 in the front, which I lost one. So I only have 3. So actually, it's probably because that one doesn't line up for nothing. Down, in, down, in, down. Love to hate these things. Just like the running boards. Love-hate relationship. They're so easy. Sometimes they just suck. Whoop. One of Adam Elzy's videos the other day, he had a sponsor from a website, and just a weird website, but he ordered like a whole box of like 700 of these or something. Definitely would be helpful, because I don't know how many times I've lost these or broke them or, you know, ripped them out. Sometimes you take them out and they go flying. So definitely might be something worth looking into. There. It's done. It's that simple. Well, I've got this open up here. I'll just kind of briefly take you through the rough install on one of these. Now, grills nowadays on these F-150s, they're 2 pieces. You have the grill, the exterior grill that gives it all the looks, and then on the other side you have powered louvers, which open and close depending on, you know, vehicle temperature and what it's trying to do. So you reuse the louvers, and then all you're doing is replacing the aesthetic piece on the front here. It was all pretty easy. The hardest part for me is tying into the parking lamps, and that's because I have a Lariat with the LED headlights. You don't just take out your parking bulb and tie into the hot in the ground there. These, you have a plug that goes right to the headlight that plugs in, and that's for everything. And there's, I don't know, 10, 12 wires on it, something crazy like that. So I sat there and I tested all of them until I narrowed down which one was a parking lamp, and then I was able to tie into that one for these 3 lights, the marker lights on the Raptor style grill. So as far as that goes, the first step is going to be the same thing. You want to take off your dust shield, and then your 4 pins, push pins down there. You also need to take off pins here. You need to unsnap the metal piece of each side of the headlight trim here and on this side as well, because you need to access bolts right in here to take these bolts out, and that's going to allow the grill to come out. You got those bolts, and it's not as easy as just doing that, you know. And then if you need to tie into an LED headlight, I had to pull the headlight out, and I actually did it on this side. So I had to remove this whole piece here, and then because I got the Sport package, I also have these. I had to take this off to be able to get this out, and then you got to mess with the fender liner and all that jazz just to be able to unbolt this headlight. And there's a ton of bolts down here for this stinking headlight, and up top there's a couple. So it wasn't like I could easily reach it. So I mean, it took me probably 2 hours start to finish, but once you get the whole thing out, you can unbolt the aesthetic part of the grill from the louvers, and they're just some really crummy attachment thing. I mean, they're not even screws and bolts. It's junk. So, you know, I told the guy that I sold the grill to make sure he kept his paid attention to how his bolts and stuff, his fasteners for that grill went, because they're kind of a pain. But these, I mean, 4 bolts, and they come with the grill, my grill that I got, that is, and I just bolted them in. That's it. And then you reassemble everything, and then you're good to go. Some people, like I've seen it where people have had like the Oxford white F-150. They get it painted to match, and that looks sharp. But I didn't have to. I nailed it because it's black on black. So nothing to it, man. Really. Just make sure you know, in case you have any issues getting it back together, you know, you want to leave yourself a little bit of time. But other than that, it was pretty easy. Oh yeah. And because these are powered louvers, you got two plugs, I believe. You got one here, and I think you have another one for the fan. Yeah, one's for the louvers, one's for the fan, I believe. But they're right there. You want to make sure you unplug them too, obviously. So that is the light replacement in the grill, along with the kind of just a brief install. You know, I don't know. It's a pretty popular mod nowadays. I've seen a lot of people do it. And my grill came with the other letters, the F and the R. Some of them you have to buy them separately, but some people just leave the dude or the dot on there, you know. But it doesn't look good, I don't think. But anyway, hope this video helps you out, guys. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe if you enjoy the content and you want to see more, and I will check you guys out next time. Later.